What's up, everybody? We have hit 79 subscribers already. We're almost to that 100 mark, and I can't thank you guys enough for supporting my channel. It really does mean a lot to me. Thank you guys. Anyways, let's get into what today's video is going to be about. Today I'm going to be discussing God of War, and more like, it's not really a review by any means. It's more like my opinions and why I think it's such a great game. The real reason I want to have it on my channel is so when the sequel does come out, I can refer back to this game saying that I did cover it on my channel. So it's just for future content references. Anyways, thank you guys for joining me. I can't wait to jump into the video. If you're new, I'm SonsOfAbyss Gaming. Welcome to the channel.
I got broads in Atlanta, just to lean the family, credit cards in the scammers, hitting the licks in the van.
There were a lot of great game releases in 2018, including Vampire, Red Dead Redemption 2, and Spider-Man. Each of these games are great, but this game, God of War, surpasses all those great games by far. And to me, the only thing stopping it from being a perfect game is the feeling of wanting so much more content when I'm finished with it, which I will of course get into later. Now, don't get me wrong, this game has plenty of content. I mean, it has a shitload of content at 30 hours worth, and that's not including all the side quests. So when the only negative thing you're hearing me say is that it needs more content when already having quite a bit, then you know it's a very addicting and very well crafted game. And this game I can't recommend enough. If you are one of the rare individuals who have not yet to play this game, go out and play it. Don't even finish this video. Go out and play that shit right now. If you have to borrow a person's PS4, whatever you have to do, play this game. It is a must. Okay, let's go ahead and shut up about that and get into why I think the story is so damn good. Okay, so if you don't know, God of War's story is part of what makes the whole experience so great in the first place. I'm not going to go into too much detail on the story, so don't worry, I'm not going to spoil anything. I'm just going to give you a short description. The badass God of War, Kratos, goes on a growing experience with his son. They are bonded by his mother's death, but beyond that, the boy isn't very close to his father, and Kratos has no idea how to raise a kid. I mean, he is the God of War, for Christ's sake. How is he supposed to know something like that? But they both go on a journey of bonding anyways. Their main goal is to take his mother's ashes to the top of the largest mountains in all the 9 realms. Now, I know what you're thinking, that story sounds a little boring if you've never played this game. Well, people who've played this game will tell you that's not the case. The people you run into along this journey is fantastic, and it's really good. They come across new allies and foes alike while on this journey. But this is all I'm going to say. I don't want to spoil any more details. You have to discover all this stuff for yourself if you are one of those rare individuals who have not yet to play the game. Next, I want to talk about the beautiful graphics this game has, though, especially compared to previous God of War titles. Everything from weather effects to the gruesome fatality-like kills you could pull off shows off how great the particle effect system is for this game. The character models gives you the game immersion that you actually need. Every character from yourself to the 2 legendary blacksmiths who crafted Thor's hammer are perfectly voiced and animated. It helps the game stand out, it truly does. The weapons in the game, as well as the armor sets, look amazing, and as you upgrade them, they will look even more badass. The game developers really took the time to craft this masterpiece with very, very distinct detail. Enemy and boss models are crafted with just as much care as the main characters, with one specific boss being my favorite character besides Kratos. Everything looks good about this game. The combat, the skills, even the puzzles are visually interesting. This game is just aesthetically beautiful. I better move on though, because I'm just going to keep talking if we don't stop. I want to talk about the combat and how it has evolved from previous titles. By far, the funnest thing about the God of War series is the combat and the combo system and how well it works, and really, quite frankly, it is the main part of the game and what drove the games to be so damn good. Well, combat this time around is much more engaging, responsive, in-depth, and simply much more badass. Now, it would take me forever. It would take me a long ass time to sit here and explain everything about the combat to you guys. So if you're actually interested in a full guide, let me know in the comments down below, because I will definitely do that. The real reason I want to put it in here is because many people have played this game already, so a lot of people don't want to see that. And most people who are watching now are just here supporting my channel. In that case, thank you guys very much. I really do appreciate it. I will go ahead and go through the basics just in case you're one of the few who have not played this game. So for combat, you have a light and heavy attack, a dodge, a shield to block with, and 3 abilities that can be used, as well as like an ultimate type of ability. Now, the light and heavy attack starts out pretty basic, but you will learn new combos to use constantly, and these combos are completed using a mix of all the different combat moves available to you. That's a very simplistic overview on the combat system, however, so if you want me to go in depth and make a full combat guide like I said, go ahead and let me know in the comments down below. So we discussed the combos for combat, but that's only a third of the combat. The abilities are where the real fun starts. There are so many abilities that you can find throughout the world. Each of these abilities can also be increased further to increase effectiveness and of course increase your badass level. In all seriousness though, the abilities are one of my favorite additions added to this game. The best thing about these skills is they can actually be organically implemented into your combo system, and it feels so fluent and smooth. It just makes for good gameplay. Besides the skills and combos, you're also given a shield that can be used to block enemies' attacks. But that's not the only use. You can also use it to bash enemies, and later on you can throw it like a boomerang, and much more. There's so much cool shit you can do with this shield. It's one of my favorite parts of the game. Now you also have the dodge, which is self-explanatory. If you know what a dodge is in the game, you know what it is here. Now there's so much depth to this combat that I couldn't fit it all in this video if I tried. There's just so much to talk about. There's one more thing that I want to touch on combat-wise though, and that's Kratos' son, Artaeus, the boy. He fights alongside you, and he can be used to distract the enemies, and as you level him up, he will learn new abilities and fighting moves. Now as far as AI companions go, Artaeus is very useful, and he's needed NPC. He will save your ass, especially on higher difficulties. So much can be said about the combat, but I better move on before I put you to sleep. Let's go ahead and talk about the equipment and why I like it so much. As far as gear goes, you have a chest piece, a shoulder piece, a belt piece, a wrist piece, weapons, which there are only 2 of that you can find throughout the whole game, which I'm not going to spoil the second weapon, but it's not a big deal because of how in-depth the combat is with the weapons. You also have a shield, and you have his son, the boy. He also has a bow that can be upgraded, as well as armor sets to be equipped with him too. Now you can get all these 2 different ways, by crafting and by exploring the world and looting enemies and chests, which actually will bring us to the next topic. But first, hold on one second, I gotta mention something else about the gear. It really was impressive when I came into God of War, and I first saw this RPG progressive gear system. I was not expecting it. I was blown out of the water with this. They really put detail into it. Certain gear pieces, when you get higher up, actually have some special abilities. And there's actually a weapon customization in there in the form of weapon hilts. You can change out your weapon hilts, and the weapon hilts actually look really cool, and they're varied, and they have special abilities. Don't get me wrong, a lot of the stuff does look similar, but there are a lot of varied equipment in this game, and that's impressive. And New Game Plus mode adds even more armor sets that you can equip, and it's really cool how much detail they put into the game and into the New Game Plus. And it really impressed me. I just wanted to get that off my chest. Let's go ahead and talk about the next topic, exploration. Exploring in the God of War franchise has never been as good or needed like it is in this newest installment. The world is beautiful and vast. The world is made up of 9 different realms, 6 of which can actually be visited, and one of these areas is more like a combat trial area. It's like a skill check type of system, if you will, but visually it is very interesting. There's just not much to explore, but every other place is explorable, and they all have many hidden areas and loot to discover, and every place is unique, so exploring is a very simple task, especially given how great they look. There's also a good amount of simple but fun puzzles that need to be figured out before moving to the next area. But they are really easy, so you can't get stuck, and honestly, I can't say I didn't enjoy them. They are actually really engaging, and helps the world feel a little bit more God of War. Gives it that God of War puzzle feel, which it really needed. Speaking of the 9 realms, this brings me to the one and only negative I have about the game, and that is the fact that you can't go to the other 3 realms, and it's not coming in the form of DLC either. What kind of bullshit is this? And the fact that the 3 realms are visible from the realm table, yet you still can't visit them? This is a shitty feeling, to be honest, and it's kind of a spit in the face. I don't know why they did this. They might have had DLC planned down the road and just dropped in and want to do it for a sequel. Besides this one little flaw, this game is filled with side quests and activities that will keep you playing long after you beat this game, including the New Game Plus mode. So as far as content goes, there's a lot here. The New Game Plus mode alone will triple that, or double that, maybe triple it. And there's so much more to this game that I can't cover, and it's all I want to, but I've done my best to mention all the best parts. And like I said, if there's more you want to know, tips, guides, etc., let me know in the comments down below, and I will definitely try to fit that into my schedule. Now I want to take a second to thank every one of you who's watched this far. It really means a lot. I can't say thank you enough. I'm very appreciative, and you're just gonna help me grow as a creator and make me want to push out more content and better content daily. Keep showing me that support, please. It's really helping me and helping me improve my life altogether. Ever since I started doing videos, I've enjoyed it, and it's actually helped me get up and enjoy life a little bit more. So thank you guys for watching. I'm SonsOfAbyss Gaming. If you're new, subscribe to the channel, maybe come around and watch some other content. Actually, hold on, that's speaking of future content, I need you guys to do me a favor. If you'll take a second, think of a movie, think of a shitty game, drop it down below. I need a good movie or a bad movie to review for my first movie review. So let me know in the comments down below. And I need a worst game to play on Worst Game Wednesdays. So you guys can put me through hell as much as you want. Go ahead and name the funnier, the better. Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll definitely future you in the video when I discuss that game. So besides that, that's all I need to talk about. Now I'll get out of here. I'm ranting on at this point. I want to thank you guys again. Thank you so much. You don't know how much it means to me. I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm out of here.
I got broads in Atlanta, just to throw me in the family. Credit cards in the scammers, hitting the licks in the van. Legacies.